What's going on? Another Strong Tower podcast episode. Episode 8, man. It's already been 8 episodes. That's what you get when you just keep going. You just keep doing it, you know? And that's what I'm striving to do. But anywho, what's been going on with you guys? So this weekend, didn't do too much. You know, hung out with the nieces and nephews a little bit, and then watched this show. I got into this show called Quicksand on Netflix, and it's about like a school shooting. And I was like, oh shit, this can't be true, you know. So I looked it up, and it's not. It's not true. It's not a true story, but it's based off a book, and it's all written in Swedish. And so the movie, when they brought it over to America, they kept it spoken in Swedish, but they kind of like mouth dubbed them in English. But it still kind of looked like they were speaking English. So there wasn't any subtitles or anything. It might have been a little bit easier if it had like subtitles or something. But because sometimes I kind of got lost in it, and I was just like, do I really want to watch this anymore? You know, but I loved it, and I got into the whole thing, and it was amazing. So I did some more like research on it, and then I found out like Sweden, for the last 10 years, Sweden has had only like 21 mass shootings. In the last 10 years. 21 mass shootings in the last 10 years. You know how many the U.S. have had? 8,000. 8,000. You know? And I'm not trying to get into all this like gun law stuff, but our gun laws are pretty similar. You know, I think they may be a little bit more strict on background checks and stuff, but other than that, like, I don't think they do anything different. You know, I think we're the top ranked country that buy guns, so I think we're just a little bit more into it. And you know, I'm sure, I don't know the numbers, but I'm sure we probably deal with mental illness more so than anyone. I'm not sure if that's the case, but to me, that's just what it feels like. I don't know, man, but that's just something that I got into this weekend. I try not to get into TV shows because then I get lost in them, and then I don't get to do what I need to do over the weekend on my days off, and it just, you know, kind of screws up my day. But I was disciplined enough to like watch an episode or two and then go and do something rather than just sit there and binge it. But really cool perspective of things, and really really different kind of story. You know, you see stories and movies of school shootings or different kind of mass shootings, and you don't see the end result the way it ended. You don't see the whole storyline the way it was, and it was really well done. And it seemed to be similar to the book that people were talking about. And that always makes for a good movie when they keep it close to the book. But then other than that, oh yeah. So when the women played, what the fuck am I trying to say? When the women's soccer team, the U.S. women's soccer team played Friday, and I was so glad they won against who they played before? Sweden, I think it was. So then that way they could play France. No, who they beat before that? They played Sweden in the group round, and then who they beat before that? Shit, I don't even remember. They went on to play someone. Oh, Chile. So they beat Chile to. They beat them, and that put them against France. So after they beat Chile, they got to play France, and they played France on a Friday. So I'm off on Fridays, and I got so excited that I could watch the full game and not just have to pay attention to it on some, app or something. You know what happened, man? Like, I missed the whole thing. I totally forgot they were even playing on Friday. Totally forgot. And then I saw it at the end of the day, and I saw the score. I was like, get the fuck out. I actually missed that whole game. I didn't even realize they were playing. I think I was just so busy, and me and my wife were out doing things and shopping and whatnot. And I just forgot. That pissed me off. I really wanted to watch that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, and then yesterday, they keep moving forward, man. They just keep moving forward. And people think that the USA team is arrogant. I don't think it's arrogance. I think it's they just know how good they are. Because they're not winning like crazy. It's not like they're killing the teams like they beat Thailand. They just won like yesterday 2-1. And they could have, they had a chance to lose. Because it could have tied up if they would have made if England would have made the penalty kick. But luckily we have a goalie that's halfway decent and stopped the penalty kick. So then we ended up winning 2-1. I don't know. It's just, and then I look on Twitter to get some feedback on how the game went, and all I see is negative shit. All I see is negative stuff about Megan Rapinoe. And stuff about her being a lesbian and stuff about her kneeling and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. And then this guy is trolling people saying that, 99% of the USA doesn't watch soccer, blah, blah, blah. Bro, where do you get your facts from? It's not as popular here as it is in other countries because we have more sports. But it's definitely if you go to any kind of soccer club around the country, you know how many people are playing soccer? Tons. There's tons of people playing soccer, man. So shut the fuck up if you don't know anything. You're just trying to troll people. You know what I mean? And then he goes on to say like something about the girls just need to play topless. Okay, I was like, okay, you're just an idiot. You're just trolling people. You're just being dumb. Like, there's no point in wasting my breath to try and talk to you, And that's one of the things, like, I don't comment back on social media. It's pointless. You're not going to win somebody over. It's not like you're going to say something and they're going to be like, oh, I completely understand your point of view. No. It don't fucking work like that. They come back with some random facts that who knows where they got it from that doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's just random shit. They're like, oh, this is 100% fact. And you Google it or something, and there's like so many different list of things that they could have got it from. So just looking at that, it just pissed me off. Because, dude, like, grow. Like, have some progress. Make some progress as a man, as a human being, and quit being a fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Like, I'll watch it if they take their shirts off and run with their tits out. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, that brings me to another point. Why do guys feel like they could be so judgmental of women? Like, listen to this. Listen to this shit right here. Why do guys think they could be so judgmental of women? Oh, they don't look good. They can't be on TV. You know how many ugly motherfucking men are on TV? Get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, women don't deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no feminist or whatever, but like, I'm a human being. And so are they. And I hate judging people, especially if you're an ugly motherfucker, but you expect a beautiful, gorgeous woman to be on TV. Like, they have to be that. You know what I'm saying? Or unless they're beautiful and gorgeous, they don't get your fucking attention. Why should they give you the attention when you're an ugly motherfucker? You're a piece of shit, man. And I don't normally talk like that. But for people that treat other people that way, I'll talk to you all day like that, man. Fuck you. Damn, I didn't even expect to go on this kind of rant, but that kind of stuff hits me in the soul. You know what I'm saying? That shit pisses me the fuck off. Like, when dudes act like that, it makes me embarrassed for them. You know what I'm saying? You should be kissing the fucking ground they walk on, man. You know, some women, like, they don't deserve to be treated like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, these beautiful, gorgeous women are doing these things for these ugly motherfucking men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's not all about looks. They must have a good personality. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Whatever. Not when they're beating them. They don't have a good fucking personality. You see these other ugly motherfucking dudes with these gorgeous women, and they have the need to beat the shit out of them because they know how beautiful they are, and they say, oh, she's too gorgeous to be with me, so I'm going to secretly just hit her in the face to make her uglier. And that's what they do. That's exactly what it is. Because these dudes are so insecure that they fucking have to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wish someone just comes out of the woodwork and fucks Greg Hardy's day up and makes him quit the UFC. I wish that would happen so bad. Because you feel like you're a tough motherfucker. You play in the NFL, man. And same with other dudes that beat women. You feel like you're tough? And you're because you hit a woman? Okay. So what? What happens when you hit a man, motherfucker? We'll see what happens after that. You ain't gonna have all the shit to talk. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I need someone. Like, if Dana White could suck it up and just give him someone that's difficult, you know, instead of giving him all these people that are fucking layups. Stuff's annoying. I can't even think about that anymore. Anyway, it's July 4th weekend, and I should be happy. I'm tired. I'm tired of complaining about stuff I can't control. You know, it's just something I'm very passionate about, and it's something that I just can't stand. You know, we're in 2019, and we're still doing dumb shit, man. Like, how long is it going to take? Huh? I don't know. July 4th weekend, guys. You know, and I have a job where I have to work. So, won't be able to get to spend too much time with my family and the other families that come to the party. We've had like this barbecue thing or cookout, whatever the fuck you call it. It's probably a cookout. Barbecue, I think of like ribs and shit and steak and stuff. This is like more burgers and hot dogs. So that's a cookout, right? I think that's the difference. So anyway, this cookout I think we've had with the same family since like 2002, 2003 maybe. I know I was like little kid. I was like maybe even before that. But yeah, we've had the same families, and I mean, sometimes the families don't make it here and there because they go to different places, but most of the time everyone's usually there. And you know, it's a pretty good time. You know, we don't see each other all year until that day. So it's cool to catch up. It's cool to see people, like the kids grow and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, the people my age, you know, have kids, and it's cool to see their kids and all that stuff, man. It's cool, good time. Everyone gets to hang out, eat food, and just celebrate our independence. You know, because who knows? Who knows what the British would have done to us, you know? I don't know if it would be any different, but, you know, we earned that shit. We got our independence, and we're doing the damn thing, you know? We're still young. We still got a long way to go. But I think we're still making progress. Out of all the uncomfortability that we've gone through, I think we're still making progress. So shout out to July 4th. Shout out to all the people fighting for our freedom. Regardless of what people say, like, what the fuck are we fighting for? Blah, blah, blah. exactly for you to be able to say that. I heard someone talk on the Brilliant Idiots podcast the other day. And she's just a very ignorant person, and she thinks she knows shit. Why don't they ever come here? How come we never have wars here? Blah, blah, blah. Bitch, because exactly why? That's exactly why. Because we fight for that. We fight for that exact reason. For them not to come here and disrupt our land. And disrupt our country. You saw what happened September 11th, right? You remember that day, right? I was in 6th grade and I remember that day. I mean, granted, I didn't really know what that meant. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know how important those towers were. But I still, so now I understand it. You know, I grew up and I got older and I matured. My brain matured. I came to create my own opinions. I Google stuff. I research things. You know, for stupid people to say that September 11th was a conspiracy theory, oh, tell that to the people that lost their families or someone in their family, their dad, their mom, their father, their grandmother, their aunts, uncles, cousins, brother, sister, whatever. And we have the freedom here to actually think it's a conspiracy theory. If you would probably say that in any other country, you'd be shot or killed or something. You know what I'm saying? And that's, that comes with the good and freedom. It comes with the good. It's always the bad, right? It comes with the idiots. That people think they're making a complete thought. And they're thinking so deep that you're just being an idiot. You're just dumb. Shut your fucking mouth. You're an idiot. You're speaking trash. You don't even know what the fuck you're saying. It doesn't even make a complete thought. So put some respect on these people's names that are willingly signing up to go and fight for this country. Because guess what? If they weren't, you would be selected and you wouldn't have a choice. Not everyone's going to get off and be as great as Muhammad Ali when he decided not to go to Vietnam and all that shit. You ain't going to be that tough. I'm telling you. You think you are, but you're not. So quit trying to act like it, man. It's fucking annoying. Have a little bit of, I understand we have things wrong. You know what I'm saying? I understand there's things wrong with this country. But there's also great things about it. Why do you think so many fucking people come here, man? If it wasn't so great, why would people come here? To start a new life from where they were, because it sucks where they were. They didn't want to be around that. They want to come to something where they have the American dream and they can do what they want. Because pretty much we can do what we want. If you follow the fucking rules. Follow the fucking rules and be a fucking good human being, dude. No matter what color you are, if you follow the rules, I think you'll be fine. Stay out of harm's way. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of the issues. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh, that's just your white privilege talking. Okay, I may have had privileges because of my color. I have no idea. Because guess what? I grew up, still working for everything I have now. I still work for everything I have now. You know what I'm saying? I've been through my share of shit too. So quit blaming everything. Quit trying to be the victim of everything. Fuck. Respect the fucking country, man, that you live in. Because you could go somewhere else and think you're hot shit and talk like you are here, but then you'll get killed in a second. You'll get tortured. Maybe even because just because you're a woman talking. Some countries don't allow that. Who knows? But anyway, damn, I go from one I go from one subject to ranting, and then I go to another one to stop ranting, and then I become this person. I don't know. I guess I just have a lot bottled up this week. I don't know. Let's get to some good stuff though, man. I'm tired of bad mouthing people. But you know what was exciting? That's been happening this week, and we're still waiting on someone. The NBA free agency. How about that? KD, Kyrie to the Brooklyn Nets. Everyone puts DeAndre Jordan in there, but no, I don't care about him. But KD and Kyrie to the Brooklyn Nets, man. It sucks that Kevin Durant can't play until next year, though, since he'll be out all next year with that Achilles injury. And then you got the Sixers. I saw they lost JJ Redick to the Pelicans. I saw that. I saw Jimmy Butler went to the Heat. I saw that. And then what else? And then they signed Tobias Harris. Okay. So as long as they signed one of those guys, I was going to be fine. As long as they re-signed Tobias Harris or Jimmy Butler, I was going to be fine. You know, all good. So they re-signed Tobias Harris. And then they signed Al Horford. That came out of nowhere. They signed Al Horford. And they signed this dude, something Richardson, from the Heat with a trade of the whole Jimmy Butler trade, a sign and trade. So if you look at the Sixers starting lineup, it looks good on paper. That's the whole thing. And I hate when lineups look good on paper because then you get all excited. But we saw like last year, they got to learn how to play together. They all got to learn each other's strengths. They got to know who gets all the points and stuff, you know. Like Al Horford's not a big, like your top scorer. So I don't think that'll affect Joel Embiid. You know. I don't know about Richardson. I haven't watched him play that much. So I don't know if he likes to score or not. I know he led the team last year on the Heat. But that wasn't saying much. So you got him that he's going to give you points. Al Horford's going to give you defense and points. And then you got Joel Embiid. You got Ben Simmons. And you got Tobias Harris. That's a big starting five that can run the floor too. Not just big guys. They're all big guys that run the floor. And most of them can play defense. So we'll have to see what happens. You know, I definitely think they're one of the front runners for the East since Kevin Durant's not playing this year. Because next year it's going to be a different story. Brooklyn's probably going to take that. But we'll see. It all depends on how you play together. It doesn't matter really what players you have. This is why I'm interested in seeing what the Lakers do. Because sometimes it doesn't matter what players you have. They have to mesh well with everyone else. We saw this last year that LeBron can't do it by himself. You know, but now he has Anthony Davis, and then you got Kyle Kuzma, and then who else? No one yet. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens, man. There's so many good moves out there, and we're still waiting on Kawhi Leonard, see where he goes. I doubt. People are saying he'll go to the Lakers, but I doubt it because I know he's not a super team type guy. That's just not his personality, and I believe he said that before. So I'm thinking Raptors or I'm thinking Clippers, because I know he's from LA, so he wants to, or Southern Cal, whatever it is, and I know he wants to go back there. But also I heard that he loved it in Toronto, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Not sure. But yeah, that was about it for this weekend, or this past week leading up till today. And over the week I've been thinking a little bit. Sorry, I'm starting to get Cottonmouth from that yelling and shit. But I've been thinking a little bit. Sometimes that's dangerous when I think. But, sometimes it comes out to be good. Who knows? Why, in the age of social media too, it makes it a little bit worse. Why do we not only live vicariously through other people, not just on Instagram, but all of social media? We live through their success, and we let that affect our success. That's just something I've been thinking about. So why do we do that? Because we wish we could have the things that these people have? I think that's the biggest reason. I think the biggest reason for that is we want the things. We want the cars, the house, whatever else you covet or whatever else they have. And you're just looking at it and you're just like, oh man, I wish I had that. I wish I had their life. I wish I had what they had. You think that. But if you sat and talked to those people and listened to the stuff they have to do to get to that point or those moments, you could probably change your mind. You probably wouldn't work as hard as they do. You probably wouldn't put in the hours like they do. You would have to stay up all night. Get up early in the morning to put in the hours and the time that they do. Or they did, at least to get there. Because everyone starts off hard, man. Everyone starts it off in a hard place. Unless something's just given to you. So I think that's something that people would need to work on, especially with social media, is that when you look at things, take them as they are. Be happy for that person or that group of people or that couple. Be like, oh, that's cool, and move on. Like the picture, move on, whatever you need to do. But don't sit there and go through the whole Instagram saying, oh, I wish I had this life. I wish this is something that I could do. Guess what? It is something that you can do. Put in some work. It's a journey for everyone. Everyone's journey is different. And it's about how much you enjoy that journey. Because if you don't, take it from me. I'm at the bottom of the barrel right now. Very bottom. But that's something I've always told myself is I want to start somewhere and be with it until the top. And I tried to work with another business that way and it didn't work out. It lasted about 3 years. Nothing happened. It went down the shithole. So maybe it's really supposed to be mine. Maybe it's supposed to be my thing that I'm supposed to do, So that's why I'm grinding. I'm working a full-time job plus trying to do this on the side, They say that, have a full-time job and then you use your grind as your side hustle. Until you can come to a point where that can be your full-time job. And that's my goal. I'm be open and honest with you. That's my goal. That's what I'm striving for. That's what I want to do. And no one is going to take that away from me except for me. Only I can stop myself from doing that. And it's going to be a long road. I know that. And I think you have to, that's the thing too, is you have to understand reality on top of these dreams. You know what I mean? You can have dreams, right? But don't be so naive that you're just going to think, oh, I have this dream, I'm going to go for it, I'm doing what I need to do. And then it just, it fizzles out. because you didn't take reality in consideration. So understand reality also and mix it with that dream. I understand that I have bills, I have a house, I have a car, I have all these things I have to pay. I can't do it with my dream. So as much as I don't want to, I have to have something that brings in something for my family that I can help pay the bills and all this other stuff, and then work on my dream on the side. I think that's the ticket. I think that's what has to be done. I think that is the secret, not only of success, but how to start from the bottom. And if you're starting from the bottom, I think that's what you have to do. You'll hear a lot of people talk about, oh, I quit my job to do this and that. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about quitting your job just to go do something, because very few people come out alive with that. Very few people come out being successful from that. And they actually had to live in the slums. They had to live horribly. Just because you have a dream doesn't mean you have to live horribly. Have that dream and then have that regular job and then work on them on 2 different times. Go do that job and then come home and work on your dream. That's all it is. But let's not get lost in other people's success, because you don't know what it took for them to get there. There's levels to this shit. You don't know what it took for them to get there. And I think if you ever found out, that you wouldn't want it as bad as you think. You know what I mean? I think if you talk to someone that's successful and they told you the hours they had to put in to get to where they are, I think you would have second thoughts. You just look at it as they have these things, but you don't see the times where they couldn't sleep because they had to get something done, or they couldn't eat because they had to pay money to this and they couldn't afford food, or they lost their house or they lost their car because they're working on their dream or something. There's things that these successful people have been through that I'm looking at them and I'm just like, holy shit, how did they get through that? Because their mind, it's a different animal. And you're just looking at it as, oh, they have these things. They have these things that I want. So let's not do that anymore. Let's think about ourselves. I'm not talking about like in a selfish way. I'm talking about more of a way that you see someone's success, right? Use that to ignite your flame, to light your fire. Because I believe we all start out with the same thing in us, but others just have more of a drive. They just have more of a want. They care about that shit more. Everyone cares about one thing more so than the other, right? I care about opening a supplement shop. Other people care about writing books. Other people care about becoming a fighter in the UFC. Other people care about whatever. It could be anything. But there's all those people have one thing in common, is that something else is driving them. And when you see someone else's success, you know what I changed? I look at that and use that as my fire. I'm like, oh shit, let's go. This guy's doing this, let's go. Ham, you can do this shit. Talk to yourself. Yell at yourself. That's how I talk to myself. I call myself Ham. So, no matter if I'm lifting, I'm like, shut the fuck up, Ham. Let's go. Wake the fuck up. When I don't want to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't want to wake up at 4 in the morning to start working on my dream. If I wake up at 6, I get pissed off because I lost a couple hours. I could have been doing something. That impedes on my success. And I think that's what I hate looking at other people's success, is when I know I didn't do everything that I could with mine. And I think that's what people do is like, they look through other people's success and they just like, they drool over it because they know they can't do it. They know they don't have that. They'd rather be lazy, and just have a regular life. And there's nothing wrong with a regular life. If you're okay with that, if you're fucking happy living a regular life, living an average life, then you won. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to Gary Vee all the time, and that's what he says. He's like, yeah, okay, my goal is to, okay, so let's put it in perspective. Like, my goal is to own a supplement and nutrition store, right? Your goal may be to go to your 9-to-5 job and then come home and see your kids and be with your family. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that too. But I also want to have my supplement and nutrition store because I want to wake up. I want to go there every single day. I want to open up at 8 in the morning and let people in and tell them about what I have for them. Something that can help them get through their day, or, help them with their fitness or their weight loss or their strength gain, whatever. That's what I want. And that's what's going to make me super happy. I'm happy now. I love the way I live. I love living here with my wife and my dog. I love my life right now. But what I'm not okay with is settling. Whereas if you're okay with settling, then you win. Like, you're happy, you're good. Like, fuck what I'm saying. But if you're sitting there on the couch and you're complaining about life and you're scrolling through Instagram and you're talking about other people succeeding and you're not, well, duh. You're just sitting your ass on the couch watching some Netflix and binging 5,000 shows. You're not out doing what you need to do. So quit complaining. Don't blame your shit on other people just because they're succeeding. So let's work on that. Rant over. I think that's the third one of today. I might have to call this like the Rant podcast or something, because I don't know. I think that's I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about success because I've just never been that way. I grew up a kid that didn't care about shit. I didn't care about anything. And it took me until I was about 28 to actually care about something. I'm in a different area now. I'm more into business, where I guess you could say it started at 23 when I started bodybuilding. I never cared about anything so much than I cared about bodybuilding. And bodybuilding opened up so many doors for me. It took me into being a trainer, which took me into getting to know supplements, which took me into working in a supplement store, which took me into back to being a trainer full time. And then realizing that's not what I want to do. And then that brought me into, I loved working in that supplement store. So I want to start my own. And then out came stnutrition.com. And it took me months and months and months to figure that out. I didn't know that right off the cuff. You know, people think, oh, how'd you know you wanted to do that? I didn't. It took all those things happening for me to understand that I wanted to do that. You know what I mean? And oh my gosh, like, it's been a long road, and I still know I have a long road ahead, but I'm ready for it. Because I'm embracing the journey. I'm embracing every single day, every single podcast I put out. I don't give a fuck if it gets one view, man. This is fun for me. I have fun doing this. So people can say what they want. Oh, no one follows you. You have 2 subscribers. You have blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'll do this with no subscribers. I don't care. This is fun for me. And I love doing things that are fun. So, back up. Anyway. Oh, shit. Let's go. Oh, shit. You know what's funny? Completely different topic. But anyway, I was just looking outside because I got my like blinds open right here for that natural lighting. And I was thinking like the other day, it hit me when I was like walking at my job, right? I was like, yo, what if like weather didn't exist? You know what I mean? If weather didn't exist, what would people talk about? Like small talk, you know what I'm saying? You know how people walk by and say like, oh, it's supposed to rain later. You know, oh, 30% chance of rain. Or it's supposed to thunderstorm. We're supposed to get a flood, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's hot out here, isn't it? Oh, you know? Oh, it's a hot one. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like, what if we didn't have that? What would people say? You know, I was trying to think about it. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what people would say, like, if they just walk by you. If you don't know someone, you're not going to say, like, something like, I don't know. Like, hope you're having a good day or something like that. You know what I mean? Or have a good day. I mean, I guess you would say have a good day. But if you're just walking by someone and there's no such thing as weather. Like, what would you, like, mention to them? I don't know. I just think it's interesting. But, it's just random thoughts from Ben Hamrick. That's all it is. You know, whatever. So think about that. If you come up with something good, let me know. Because I think it's hilarious. Like, I can't even think of anything. Like, would you just compliment, like, what they're wearing or something? Hey, man, I like your hat. Sweet shoes. Sweet nipple ring. Whatever. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I don't even know. Oh, man. Anywho. I have a couple current events that I would like to share with you. And you can see what you think about it. Let's see. So one of these things is I think this was with Bellator. But so check out what this guy does to this fighter. So it's 2 fighters, right? One guy's on the ground, the other guy's standing up. Check it out. Boop. Hold on, let's see if it replays it. Hold on, I'll replay it for you. Boop. Yo, he sticks his toe right in his ass. Why? Why do you do that? Like, why would you do that? I don't care if you're fighting or what. Why would you stick your toe inside someone's butt, man? I don't know how people do that. I don't like nothing near my butt. I'll tell you that much. Like, even when my wife tries to be the big spoon, you know how like you had the big spoon, the little spoon, whatever. I always like hugging her, right? But sometimes like I'll be turned over and she'll like cuddle me and I say no. Heisman. Like I stop it. I say no. You know why? It's because I feel like I'm in jail. You know? I feel like I'm dead serious. I feel like I'm in jail if she takes me from behind and tries to snuggle me. I'm like, oh, no. I don't do that. I don't like nothing near my butt. I don't know about all y'all, but whatever. Like, whatever floats your boat, I don't care. I don't care what you do. I care what I do. And I don't like nothing near my butt. I'm sorry, man. I'm a very private person when it comes to that kind of stuff. And, yeah, I mean, I just don't, nope. I don't do it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope. Sorry. Especially some grown man. And who knows if he has his toenails cut or anything. He's sticking his big toe in my asshole. No, dude. Get out of here. The fuck out of here, man. That shit. No, thank you. Anyway. That was just one of the things. And the other one was like gross men. No, not gross men. Gross things men do in private. And I couldn't think of anything that I do that's gross in private that I don't do in front of my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really do nothing different in private, I don't think. I mean, I probably scratch my butt or something, but that's about it. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I do that in front of my wife, so I don't know. But if you have I would like to hear if you like, if any girls listen and your like boyfriend or husband does something and you don't care about telling me, like, I would love to hear it, because I don't know. I don't know what I do. I don't think I do anything. I don't know. I was going to talk about something else, but I think I might just go on a rant again, and you guys are probably tired of hearing that. Because I'm tired of ranting. My mouth is so dry. Like, I'm trying not to drink in the mic. I thought it was just because of my allergy medicine that my mouth was dry. But I don't know what it is. I don't know why my mouth's so dry. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I got for you. This was episode 8 of the Strong Tower podcast, guys. We're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep going with it, man. And just see how many we can do. You know? I'm going to be putting one out every single week. So just keep watching, keep listening. You know, they go up on YouTube, they go up on SoundCloud. You know, listen to it while you work or while you're driving or whatever. Yeah. So, oh shit, what was I gonna say? I hate the brain farts, man. Like, you know what you're gonna say, but then when it comes time to say it, you forget. Oh yeah. stnutrition.com. Don't forget to go visit the website. browse around. There's a little chat button in the corner. If you need to send a message, I get it directly to my phone, and I'll answer you as quickly as possible. So if you have any questions about the supplements, if you have a question for me, if you have a question about the podcast, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just either send me a message or send me an email, whatever you need to do. And then scroll through the website, find out stuff you like. And since you listen to this podcast, I'm going to help you out a little bit. I'm actually going to give you a 30% off promo code. So pay attention, because this will only be good for, what's today? Today's Wednesday. So this comes out tomorrow, Thursday, July 4th. Oh, July 4th, okay. So it's going to be Strong Tower 30. So Strong, STRONG, Tower, TOWER, and then the number 30. 30, not 3. So Strong Tower 30 is going to be your promo code for July 4th, 2019. It's only good for that day. So for those who don't listen to it, I feel bad because you're missing out on some savings. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. This is the Strong Tower Podcast, episode 8. We'll see you next week. Peace.